I'm sure most of my life I had low levels of anxiety. The last 5 years of my life before I went through my own radical transformation program, it was so bad that I was having a hard time with panic attacks and fear a lot. And I did get to that moment of I surrender. And I want to say I did do everything. I went to therapy, I did medication, I understood my anxiety. What I never got to was the core issue of why I had the anxiety. The anxiety is not that is a secondary problem. You know, that is not the core issue. And I never got to what was really going on. That's the Radical Transformation Program. It helps with just the secondary issue of getting you through the anxiety, you know, the actual physical feeling of it. And we do that through a lot of the body work we do. We do that through the supplements we use and the food. We also do have a psychiatrist. So if we need to be on some medications to help with that, you know, we understand. We work with that. However, that's just management of that piece until we get to the core issue. And that stands for everything. What is the underlying issue behind the anxiety, the depression, the addiction? These are all coping mechanisms. These are all things to keep us sane and getting up and keeping us alive until after a while they then also become a problem, you know, and then all of a sudden we're taking more medications which become a third-tier problem. So we've got to get down here and find out what it is. And we find out what it is, and we do that through the mind, the body, the soul, the spirit, because the trauma and the core wounding just doesn't live in our psychological reality. It's part of it, but that's not just the only place. That's all we're told, but it doesn't. It lives in our body, it lives in our cells, it lives in our energy body. It lives in this place of consciousness. We need to go and do the healing on all these different levels. And I'll tell you, ever since I had the work done right off the bat, like after literally my first or second real session around all of this, I have not had a panic attack since then. I have had other beautiful issues that have come up in my life that I've gotten an opportunity to work on, but it works. And because this underlying panic was literally shifted in me, I don't want to say overnight, but miraculously fast. I changed my entire life. I left an entire life because I thought, this is so amazing. How come I never heard of this? How come I didn't know about it? I want to get out there and share the world. So I left a law practice. I left a relationship. I left a life and literally changed my life in order to do this and bring it to people, share it, to let them know, yeah, it's possible. It's happened to me. It's happened to Dean. And it's happened to a lot of the people we know in our life. It's happened to our practitioners. And it happens for our guests.